I'm Dr. Sinan Gocmen, chiropractor and regenerative medicine specialist in Davenport, Iowa, serving the Quad Cities, Eastern Iowa, and Western Illinois. If you've tried gabapentin, creams, nerve blocks, supplements, physical therapy for neuropathy, and you're still waking up with burning feet at 2 a.m., well, there's a reason. Most neuropathy treatments aren't designed to repair your nerves. They're designed to manage your symptoms, and there's a massive difference. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why your current treatment isn't working and what real nerve repair actually requires. So whether you're local to the Quad Cities or watching from anywhere in the country, the link to apply for a consultation or a virtual Zoom session is in the description. Point 1. Most neuropathy treatments only manage symptoms. Your prescription bottle doesn't have an end date, and that's not an accident. The US pain management market is expected to exceed $50 billion with a B by 2025. That entire industry is built on one business model: symptom management, not healing. When you get a prescription for neuropathy, gabapentin, Lyrica, opioids, how many times are you given an actual end date? Never. A patient cured is a customer loss in their mind. Think of it this way: your smoke alarm is going off because there's a fire in your house. And instead of putting out the fire, someone just takes the batteries out of the smoke alarm. Well, the alarm stops, but the fire's still burning. That's what gabapentin does. It changes, right, how your brain interprets pain signals, but does absolutely nothing to repair the damaged nerves that are sending those signals. Gabapentin, check this out, was originally designed as an anti-seizure medication.
Wait a minute!
I don't like where this is going.
It was never intended to regenerate nerve tissue. It can't, because that's not what it does. You're not getting better. You're getting managed. Every day you stay on that hamster wheel, the actual nerve damage is getting worse. The inflammation is still there. The compression is still there. The circulation failure is still there. Understanding that your treatment is masking the problem is step 1. Step 2 is understanding what's actually happening inside your nerves. Neuropathy is a nerve degeneration problem, not just a pain problem. Burning feet are the final stage of something that's been breaking down for years. Neuropathy is fundamentally a nerve degeneration problem. Your nerves are inflamed, blood flow is compromised, and the tissue environment becomes hostile to repair. 3 root causes work together: inflammation, nerve compression, poor circulation. Think of your nerves like frayed electrical wiring. The insulation is damaged, the signal is weak, and the longer the wire stays damaged, the more the connection fails. That's why single modality treatments fail. You're bailing out water out of a boat with 3 holes in it. You can focus really hard on one hole, but the other 2 are still letting water in. Burning feet aren't where neuropathy starts. They're where it shows up after years of silent damage. First, microvascular circulation starts to fail. Then inflammation sets in. Then compression builds. By the time you feel burning or tingling, the degeneration has been happening for a long time. Point 3, your nerves are ectodermal tissue. That changes how they regenerate. Why standard regenerative medicine therapies miss the mark on nerve repair. Standard MSCs, mesenchymal stem cells, are primarily associated with mesodermal tissues, meaning bones, cartilage, muscle, but nerves are ectodermal tissue. They come from a completely different embryonic origin, respond to different signals, require different growth factors, and heal through different pathways. Mu cells are associated with ectodermal signaling, blood-brain barrier crossing, stress endurance, and active homing to damaged tissue. Damaged nerves release chemical signals like SDF1 that say, "We're dying over here, send some help."
Help me! Help me!
Mu cells are theorized to respond to those signals and migrate toward injury sites. Researchers are now exploring how these cells may support neural repair, reduce inflammation, support Schwann cells, the cells that wrap around and protect your nerves, and provide broader regenerative signaling. If you address the actual tissue environment and give your nerves the right signals, repair becomes possible. Not guaranteed, not magic, but possible. And that's a completely different conversation than to learn to live with it. Point 4. Your doctor wasn't lying when they said it's permanent. Why? Permanent doesn't mean what you think it means. When a doctor tells you your nerve damage is permanent, they're not lying. They're telling you the truth about what they can do within the current system that they operate in. That's not the same thing as it can't be fixed. It just means they can't fix it within that system. Permanent means they've tried the medications they're allowed to prescribe. They've referred you to specialists within the same insurance reimbursement model. It doesn't mean your nerves are incapable of repair. It means the treatments they have access to don't create the conditions for repair. I had a patient come to me after she'd been told she'd be in a wheelchair within 2 years. Well, 6 months into our protocol, addressing inflammation, decompressing nerves, restoring blood flow, she was walking 2 miles a day. Not because I'm special, because we stopped managing the symptoms and started treating the problem. You have more options than you've been told. That's the conversation we have at Abundant Health, in person, in Davenport for the Quad Cities and region, and virtually via Zoom for anyone out of the area. If you're wondering how we actually address inflammation, compression, and circulation failure all at the same time, that's exactly what we help people understand every day. Whether you live here in the Quad Cities or you're watching from somewhere further away, if you're local, click below to book a consult. If you're outside the area, watch the free training in the description. Point 5. Real nerve repair requires 3 things. What it actually takes to reverse nerve damage. Damaged nerves cannot heal inside chronic inflammation, period. If your tissue environment is hostile, your body's repair mechanisms shut down. They also can't heal without blood flow. Your nerves need oxygen, nutrients, and circulation to regenerate, and they need regenerative signaling, supporting Schwann cells and providing neurotrophic factors that tell your body it's safe to repair now. It's like trying to grow a plant. You need soil, the environment. You need water, circulation. You need sunlight, regenerative signals. Miss any one, and the plant dies. That's why single modality treatments fail. When you get the inflammation down, decompression happens, swelling reduces, tissues soften, nerves stop being strangled. When you restore blood flow, oxygen and nutrients reach the nerve tissue. When you provide regenerative signaling, you're telling the body, hey, it's safe to rebuild. That's when repair becomes possible. Point 6. When you address all 3 root causes together, nerves can actually regenerate. What happens when you create the right conditions for nerve repair? One patient came to me after being told his neuropathy was permanent. He couldn't feel his feet, was terrified of falling, and had stopped leaving the house. 6 months into our protocol, sensation returns to his feet. He drove himself to appointments. He walked his daughter down the aisle at her wedding. Another patient had been on gabapentin for 8 years. She still woke up every night with burning feet. After we deployed soft wave therapy, hyperbaric oxygen, and addressed her metabolic inflammation, well, she slept through the night for the first time in nearly a decade. This isn't a miracle. This is what happens when you stop masking symptoms and start treating the actual problem. When you create a healing environment, your body knows what to do. Schwann cells are wrapping around damaged nerve fibers. Microvascular circulation returns. Inflammation drops. Nerve signaling improves. If you're being told your neuropathy is permanent, you're being told what one system can do, not what's possible. In my next video, the real biological reason we age, I'll show you how the loss of mitochondrial function, chronic inflammation, and declining stem cell activity are accelerating your decline. If you're in the Quad Cities, click below to book a consultation at Abundant Health. If you're watching from further away, watch the free training in the description. The next step starts with you.